Hi, I'm Steve at Boston Children's Museum, and thank you for joining me for Tell Me a Story, our weekly Storytime program. Today we'll be reading the book Julian is a Mermaid by Jessica Love. This is one of my favorite books, and one of the things I like about it is how it uses pictures in addition to words to tell a story. So today, let's take a close look at the artwork in Julian is a Mermaid to see how color and images are used to tell a story that celebrates a child's freedom to be who they are. I hope you enjoy it. Julian is a Mermaid by Jessica Love. This is a boy named Julian, and this is his Nana. And those are some mermaids. I see Julian, a young boy with a big book sitting on it looks like a subway with his Nana, and outside the window are 3 mermaids. They come inside. Julian loves mermaids. And it looks like Julian may start to daydream while on the subway. Looks like he has an idea. His book falls away. It looks like he's swimming under water. He takes off his clothes. His hair is getting longer. It looks like he's swimming deeper and deeper in the ocean. A whole school of beautiful fish are swirling around Julian in the water. And it looks like Julian now has a tail. Looks like a beautiful purple or pink tail with golden fins. And it looks like Julian likes his tail. And it looks like Julian might see something in the distance. I wonder what Julian is looking at. It looks like Julian is looking at a giant fish with golden eyes, a big blue fish with a white pattern on it. And that big blue fish is giving Julian a necklace. "Let's go, honey. This is our stop," says Julian's Nana. And he snaps out of his daydream. He waves goodbye to the mermaids on the subway and walks home with his Nana. On the walk home, we see some children playing in a fire hydrant. "Nana, did you see the mermaids?" says Julian. "I saw them, honey," says Nana. "Nana, I am also a mermaid," Julian says as Nana unlocks the door to their home. "I'm going to take a bath. You be good," says Nana. And we see they're inside their home. Lots of beautiful plants decorating their home. Julian has an idea. Here we see Julian taking off his clothes and picking some of the leaves off a plant and putting them in his hair. And here we see Julian looking at a curtain. I wonder what he's going to do with that curtain. He takes down the curtain, wraps it around his waist, and turns it into a tail. Julian is a mermaid. Oh, Nana has finished her bath and is now standing over Julian. How do you think Nana feels seeing that Julian has taken down her curtain, is wearing her makeup, and has plucked the leaves from her plants? How do you think Julian feels? It looks like Julian feels sad. Julian looks at his tail. And he looks at his face in the mirror. "Come here, honey," says Nana. Nana has changed out of her towel and is now wearing a blue dress and a different expression on her face. I wonder what she is thinking and what she is feeling. For me, Nana? Says Julian. For you, Julian, says Nana. What is she giving him? It looks like Nana is giving him a necklace. How does Julian feel about this? How do you think Nana feels about giving Julian her necklace? I'm also noticing the color of Nana's dress with that white pattern. Have we seen that blue color and white pattern before? Have we seen somebody else give Julian a necklace earlier in the story? Nana and Julian walk out the door. And we see that Nana is holding a red parasol. Must be hot outside to keep the sun off her. And Julian is still a mermaid. They're walking down the street. Where are we going? Says Julian. They're walking past a brick wall, and on the way, looks like they pass some people on the street. 2 people who are wearing sunglasses, and it looks like they're drinking some cold drinks. A man walking his dogs. You'll see, says Nana. Mermaids, whispers Julian. Oh, and we see there's a whole group of mermaids that Julian and Nana are looking at. Like you, honey, says Nana. Let's join them. Look at all the mermaids. There's so many different people wearing clothing and costume from under the sea. There's even a baby dressed up as an undersea creature, and some dogs who are dressed up as mermaids. And they do join them. And we see a whole parade of mermaids, and right by the front is Julian and Nana. And that is the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed Julian as a mermaid, and we look forward to seeing you next week for another Tell Me a Story.